Welcome back to the 6 o'clock show, live until 7 this evening with country singer Barry Kerwin and author Darren Shan.
But now we are joined by the singer who you may remember as the baby-faced 16-year-old who came third behind JLS and Alexander Burke. I'm so sorry for saying this. In 2008 X Factor final. Well, he's all grown up now. Please welcome Eoghan Quigg.
Yes.
Hi.
That was 8 years ago.
I know, I mean, like, I still meet people in the street today and they literally expect you to still be 16.
Yeah.
Still look the exact same, and people are like, oh my god, you're so different now, but it's been years I've grown up, like, you know.
How dare you have, like, a human done what a human does?
People become adults, it's biology. What have you been up to? Well, you went back to college, you moved away from music, didn't you?
Yeah. I went back to college, well, I still stayed within the bracket of music. I went back and then I looked into the production side of music, technology side, and then I literally graduated about 2 months ago. So I'm back out now, and now I just went crazy one day and just bought loads of equipment, and now I'm back out gigging again. Okay. I don't know what I want to do. I think it was another piece of the puzzle that I wanted to learn, because back when I was performing full time, it was literally into the venue, do the set and leave, and that was it. And I always wondered, what do those guys do? What's he doing there?
Yeah.
So that sort of brought me back to that stage, and went in and learned all about the live sound production and being an engineer in the studio. And really interesting stuff, and something I can add to my skills. Another piece of the jigsaw puzzle for me.
Were you worried when you were taking that break that you were going to lose momentum about what was going on, and that you wouldn't be in the limelight at all, and people might be like, "What's going on with him?"
I mean, I was so young at the time. I guess I was kind of felt like as if I was done with it for a while, because I was only 16, and then I was doing it for 3 years, and just thought, I'm going to go back to school, get a bit about education, get a bit of normality again.
Looking at a picture of you there,
wow.
the hair when you were 16 was quite a haircut there. Yeah. It looked like a Christmas tree, something going on.
I mean, it's kind of like getting back into normality, and living in sort of a small town in County Derry. Everyone knew me beforehand, so it wasn't as hard as it seems. But I'm back and done the education thing. I've got my graduation now. I've done it 2 months ago, so now I'm just back out and playing live again, something that I love. But it's very nervous getting back into thinking, will they like me, or will they remember me, or what am I going to do? More cautious at this stage of my life. But back in, first gig, great, and ever since that I haven't looked back.
And you're flying. Yeah. It's X Factor season now. We're in full swing. We're in the live shows. Everyone's talking about it again. It's very much back on.
The final this weekend.
Do you have fond memories of it from, because we're looking at those photographs, you were a baby there.
Absolutely. I mean, crazy time.
And some people say that kids are too young going into it, or it's tough on them. You were an example of one of those young kids. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I can't really. It was an amazing experience for me. Right. Looking back, I was 16, and I'd be more weary about doing it now, obviously, because I know more about the industry.
Really?
The bad things and the good things. But back then, you're 16. Don't have a care in the world. At that time, I was in my 5th year, I was supposed to do my GCSEs, and just to say, we're pulling you out of school, you're going to live in London, you're going to be on TV every Saturday in front of millions of people. I mean, what 16-year-old kid wouldn't be like, I'm away, gone. But a great experience, put me on a platform, luckily enough to get into the final and come third, and do loads of things afterwards, and turn and release an album, a #1 album in Ireland, and just to sort of be in that music scene was crazy good, because I only really auditioned to say want to be any good, and then never expecting to get 3rd place. Something I can tell my grandkids in years to come. So
it'll be fantastic. But right now you're involved in a charity single for Christmas. Tell us about it.
Well, it's a charity from Northern Ireland called Aspire NI, and it's basically for children in poverty in Northern Ireland that maybe don't have a great upbringing, and it's an opportunity for them, educational wise, to go to after school clubs and get tutored, use laptops for homework. They're trying to close that gap between the rich and poor in education purposes. So it was really nice to do. I mean, I got the call from a guy called Mark Knox who set up the charity, and I mean, when I was a kid growing up, and when sort of, the bandy came along before my time, but, just watching it in the Christmas channels, thinking, man, I'm a singer, I'd love to do that. And this kind of, not to the production side, but this was amazing, and something that I was really keen to do, because I've always wanted to do it for real. So we went up and we filmed it in a day, recorded it. I met loads of friends that I hadn't seen in years, like Pamela Valentine, Julian Simmons, and Pete Snodden, and it was amazing.
Julian's in it?
Yeah, he's in it.
Our Julian?
Yeah.
So who gets the Bono line?
He got the Bono line.
Oh, no.
come
Like, I was
on.
thinking, right, I'm going to go up here, I'm going to say, right, I want the Bono line, that's it. Julian comes in, I'm just like, he's the biggest diva
I
here.
believe-
I can't take that line off him, he's the only one that can do it.
I believe we have a clip
Yeah.
of
Fantastic.
this right now.
Right.
Well done.
I have to say though, it's a good thing they booked you, otherwise no one would be singing that. At least you can sing, you have a voice.
Yeah, I know, and I was like, geez, I was like, only got one line, and I was like, I'm not going to be in this at all, and then I couldn't believe how much they used my voice, so
Yeah.
I was over the moon with that, but no.
Why
it's
would they
such
be using a professional artist voice? I don't know.
Well, Owen is clearly the best, so we'll just use him for the whole event.
What's going on now? Are you touring at the moment?
At the minute, yeah, I'm just gigging acoustically. I learned to play the guitar, so I'm back out doing my own stuff, writing my own stuff, and it's just a small project, and I'm just going to start it off from scratch, and I'm just going to see where it goes within the next year.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Fantastic. Well, good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Happy Christmas and good luck with the
Happy
single.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say that now, can't we? We can say that.
Well, tonight sorry. I won't do the bottom line out of awareness.
You
You
will.
have to buy the single to hear Julian sing.
Now, there's someone else who has a single out at the moment. Barry, you wrote